Hey, there we go. Hold on.
Hello.
Hey, we're here.
Hello.
Hi,
Hello.
what is this?
I don't know.
What,
This is
what is going on?
this is I don't know what I'm doing, but it is what it is.
Well, yeah, sure. I'll go with that. Welcome
Yeah.
everybody to the Hopped Up Podcast.
Hey, how's it going?
I'm Jonathan.
I'm Mark.
Which side? That's that Mark? That Mark.
One
That's
of the
Mark.
sides. One of the sides.
One of them. That one.
This
that
is
side.
this is the
This
this
side.
is the I should be in
This-
Vegas right now dance. As I realized, we
Oh,
should be
if
in
that's it,
Vegas
then
right
I should
now.
I should
This
be
is
doing
what
the
it
same
is.
dance too.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
We should be in Las Vegas right now. This is
Yeah. Actually, though, for the sake of all the messes going on in the world, I don't know.
here's the thing, right? My bet is the SHOT Show flu will destroy COVID.
Yeah, I think like
Whatever that is.
it'll just whatever. Because you and I have talked about this. We go to the so this week in Vegas. He and I normally go to an industry show that we're a part of. For some of you in the not show, as Stu says in chat. For some of you understand what we're talking about. Like some of you know because like you know us personally or you know the industry we're in for our day jobs. But for some of you don't, it's kind of like outdoor shooting sports, all that kind of stuff, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
And every year, I think I've said this in the show before, and Mark has too. You just get sick. I mean, not every year, but I would say like 50% of the time, I come back with some kind of weird funk.
Yeah. I realized the best thing to do is get it while you're there. Like get it maybe like the second day. If you feel it creeping up on the second day, you should be like, oh, thank God. Because what I usually like the last time what I did was I don't know how to combat the dry air for the throat.
Yeah.
You saw me, I was dying.
Yeah, dude.
But, like,
The Vegas,
I felt
because it's in
it.
Las Vegas, so
Yeah. I felt
like
it
there's
coming on a
zero,
little
the
bit.
humidity's like 0.5%.
Yeah.
It's just crazy.
I felt it coming on a little bit, and this is why I say like getting it the second, like starting to come down with it on the second day is good because you can actually run the CVS and go grab your pack of Dayquil, NyQuil, and that stuff works wonders, man. You grab that pack of Dayquil, NyQuil at CVS, and when you get back to the hotel or back to your room, pop those 2 NyQuils, and then you're out. And then the next day, you'll feel a little groggy. Nothing like a like a hangover. Nothing worse than a hangover, and you'll be okay.
Which you probably normally have if you're there. Anyway.
Yes. There's this one night when we all went to have sushi. That cold beer, I've never had something better in my throat.
Oh, we went to
than
all
that
you can
beer.
eat. The all you can eat place.
Yeah.
Dude, I'm gonna tell you, man. For the price, that all you can eat place, we should do a video from there. That
We
all you can
should.
eat place off the strip. It's near like UNLV. It's near the University of Las Vegas.
We need to make Masaki eat the colorful tempura.
I know. We need to like totally
He'll
like.
cry while he does
We'll
it.
cry.
but,
He'll be
it'll
like,
so-
"Why are you doing this to me?" Just
Yes.
the pain. We can talk trash because he's not gonna be on the show. It's like what?
Oh, he's still
4.
sleeping.
It's 4 in the morning in Vegas or something like 3 in the morning. So.
Unless he's with Andy. So he already sent me a selfie. So
Yeah, oh yeah, he did too. He sent
Oh,
me one
yeah.
too. Yeah.
you sent me that picture with Andy.
So.
Anyways,
Yep.
Good
Oh,
times in Vegas. It's I mean, we make it sound professional. It's an outdoor shooting sports, show.
Well, the problem is
But-
for me, I have to do filming the whole time normally. I'll say historically, I've always
I
done
would
the
like to
filming.
do that too, but I'm just man in the booth.
I know, but like that's the problem. You're like, oh, get sick on the second day. I'm like, I gotta film. Like
Yeah.
I have to be like on my A game. So everybody's like, hey Jonathan, you want to come out tonight and we're gonna have like this fun time at this fun place. And I'm like, oh, sorry guys, no fun here. I gotta film in the morning, and I'm
I
back to
gotta
the room.
work.
I got to be Mr. Responsible because I've got to crank out
man.
18 videos. I mean, seriously, like I remember that one year I did like 20 videos. The show.
Oh yeah.
I was doing like the semi-live thing. I was like filming them and then I was like upload. I was like going to the
Yeah.
next booth and I'm like doing edits on my like tablet and I'm like just like, walking through the aisles.
You think that's the best way to do it, but it really isn't. It's funny, but it just really isn't. You know?
I did get that
And-
year was pretty good though because I mean I was like pretty much first to market on everything.
Yeah. I mean, I guess.
But
yeah.
it murdered me, man.
Do you know
about
how
killed me.
James? Do you know how James managed to do it, Stu? James got somebody to do it for him. James, my guy. God, I love that man.
I would, in hindsight, I know exactly how I'd do it again.
Yeah.
I get a cart, production cart. I'm talking like literally the light is up, the camera's mounted on it, like everything, like the laptop's there, and I would hire someone to come push the cart, and we would go from booth to booth, and that cart would be like the rolling production studio.
Yeah.
And literally it's filming, it's going to the card there, a second copy is getting copied to the hard drive of the laptop. You film everything and you send them up to the media room to go upload.
Yeah, exactly. You know, and I've seen James do his thing. Like he has a guy that does his camera and the lighting, and then he has a guy that does his editing. I know he, like, back in the day he used to do everything himself, but yeah, I've seen like some of the production that he does now, which is like big props to TFB. Like, man, the guy makes it look good. Yeah. And he looks great too. So what can I say?
You got to do it. Like, I mean, I can do most of the stuff one take now.
Yeah.
For the most part, that's what I was doing. So I was helping on edits, but.
I mean, before we divulge too much into the
video, nobody cares how to do YouTube.
No, nobody cares about that. Before I lose track, the reason why I bring this up is because, you know, what I was trying to say is, like, we make it sound all professional and all, but trust me, it's just a glorified excuse for us to hang out and just, you know, have fun.
And like some responsibilities get in the way.
Work is done, you know, but work is done throughout the process of the whole day.
It's an excuse to go eat at these awesome, amazing places.
Yeah.
Because I'm telling you what, like Vegas, if you've never been, like you always see the videos, there's like, oh, parties and all that junk. I don't gamble. I don't do that.
I mean, neither.
I don't really go to clubs. I don't do clubs. I like to do like a nice cocktail bar somewhere, like a nice one, like sit down, chill. Like when you get like a nice, like one that have like couches, you can just kind of sit back, sip on it, talk to your friends. Like I absolutely love doing that with like you guys, just chilling and just, you know, sipping on something really nice, like the
having
cocktail.
A cigar, you know.
Just excellent, that kind of stuff. But it's about the food, and there's just so much amazing food there.
Yeah, there really is.
Absolutely amazing. And a lot of the golden, like the real gems, you can find off the strip too. Yep. So. Absolutely.
Which segues us perfectly into, what are you drinking tonight?
Oh, tonight. Well, I'm actually double fisting tonight. My warm up was a nice glass of a Cab Merlot mix from Chile, vintage 2021.
I don't care what anybody says.
It could use a couple.
Not a good year.
It could use a couple more years in the bottle. I'm gonna tell you that.
Yikes! Maybe those winemakers should have just collectively said, "We're gonna skip 2021. We're just gonna skip it."
Tastes like quarantine and regret. Just gonna throw that out there.
Yikes!
Like, anyway, but to wash that down, since we're coming up next year, is the year of the tiger. I had to grab a tiger beer, which I'll be cliche. I'll probably do it next week too, closer to New Year's.
Very nice, very nice. I have also driven back into the sweet embraces of beer. I am drinking just a regular Sapporo tonight.
You can't go wrong with the regular Sapporo.
You cannot.
I almost grabbed BrewDog. Occasionally they'll bring BrewDog here, which is the they used to have a TV show on like Discovery. There's two guys I think they're Scottish or is it Irish?
Somewhere in the UK.
Yeah, somewhere they're not English. You're Scottish or Irish. I can't remember. Like, forgive me for all that. They have like a lager. I almost bought it, but I was like, I'll maybe do that next week. So, Nelson in chat. It's like Argentinian Steakhouse, bro. You are talking my language. Oh my lord, the all-you-can-eat Argentinian Steakhouse. We could do an episode. Yeah, I'm saying 2 words: meat coma.
Oh yeah, or Fogo de Chao.
Fogo de Chao?
Yeah, the Brazilian place?
Yeah. Well, the Argentinian or Brazilian too. Yeah. Both. Yeah. Both work. Yeah, the gaucho. Yeah. Where you get like the little card. So like the guys walk around, they got like all kinds of crazy meat on skewers. Like come out like basically it's like just on a sword. Like not a sword, it's on a massive skewer. Yeah. And they just bring it from the kitchen. They're like, more? And you just like, and you have a card that you get if you've never done this before. You gotta
flip it. Yeah.
And it's red and green. It says like, it says, I think it says yes. And I think it's
no.
I think it says yes, and it says mas, like Spanish for yes, or I think it's also Portuguese. So this is a yes or no. and you just leave it. And so if you can leave the cart on green, and they won't even ask you. They'll just come by and be like, next thing you know, you're talking to your friend. You turn back, and your plate's like that tall. You're like, what happened? Or you play a trick on your buddies, and they go to the bathroom, and you flip the cart on green.
You flip it back over.
And they're like, oh, I'm good, man. I'm so full. Oh, I'm gonna take. Like, okay, man. See you in a minute.
Oh man, that's bad. That's bad. That's really bad. But hey, we have a place like that here too. And to be very honest, like the place here, little on the pricey side, but 100% worth it, man. It's so worth it. This one time we went there, the producer and I, we took our friends. It was their birthday, and we booked like on a random Monday, and it's like we booked out the whole place. There was no one else there.
Oh,
we were the only ones. There was
they're
four
cooking,
of us.
They're cooking the kitchen for you guys.
Yeah,
oh,
yeah.
No.
It was so like we didn't even need to like we just asked, hey, can you bring more blah 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 blah. Like we didn't have to wait.
Yeah.
They just brought it out. Oh, you want more picanha? Sure. You want the whole thing?
Yeah, we just leave it here on the table. I'll just stand here and hold it.
Yeah.
Just tell me when.
You slice.
I mean, they really, what they do is they've got like a wooden, like a block, and they just come in, and the thing's in a skewer, and they're like, ha ha ha, boom, like Excalibur in the stone, right? And they take out their knife, and they're just like, Leek, bring your plate. And you're just like, they're just slicing it off like magicians, and it's just falling onto your plate, and you just get like, oh my God.
I wish they did a barbecue joint like that too, man. If they did like a brisket, and all you can eat brisket and ribs and oh my God! It's just that would be very. That would put you in the hospital.
But if it was an American barbecue, it'd be like some dude named Bubba's like, "Hey y'all, what you want tonight? I got me some ribs. Yeah. I got brisket. We're gonna feed you good."
well, today we got tater salad, tater tots, and
mac and cheese with taters.
What else y'all want?
Yeah, God. Never. By the way, pro tip: never waste your time with potato salad. Even though it's pretty tasty, don't waste your time there at a barbecue joint. Just straight in for the barbecue. Although there isn't an all-you-can-eat. Like I've had a few barbecue buffets.
Really,
it's a really good one. Seriously, if you are in Jackson, Tennessee, which is about halfway between Nashville and Memphis, and you wander off the highway there, it's what, I-24, and you go about 5 miles north on 81 bypass. I can even tell you, I can give you the street numbers. There's a little place up there. You can Google it. It's called Brooksy's Barn. Mm-hmm. And it's literally a barn, and it's a restaurant, and it's, very casual. But it's an all-you-can-eat buffet. And they legit have some killer Memphis-style ribs.
Ooh,
and it's all you can freaking eat.
Nice.
They do pulled pork. They sometimes have brisket. They do the killer Memphis dry ribs. I mean,
nice.
All the sides, the collard greens. They do the mac and cheese. They got all that stuff. They have a salad bar if you're whatever. It's got it all.
If you feel bad for yourself,
if you just want to feel like, I had something green with my meal. Actually, if you have something like
greens today.
If you want to have greens, they actually even do fried okra there, which is, by the way, the best thing on the planet. Fried okra, ranch sauce to dip it. Did you get mosquito? Winzima?
Yeah, I got him.
Whoa, look at you.
Whoa.
Dang.
Fast hands, quick reflexes. That's why I play defense, baby.
Oh, man. So anyway, what do we got? What was
we got a bunch of people joining.
Somebody was saying, who was it? Oh, Jay was saying here that he talked to you and said, I need to open up a hot chicken place.
Yeah, you totally do, bro. You got to do it. Yeah, Jay texted me. Like, we were just chit-chatting about it.
I can do it.
And it was like, yeah, y'all got to open up a Nashville hot chicken place down there. Come on now.
Dude, to be honest,
killer.
That, short of the rent, here is a savage. Shy of the rent, it wouldn't be that hard to run.
I don't think so, too.
But here's my question. Do you think the Taiwanese palate would accept it?
I think so. I mean, like, if Hot Star is any indication, I think you're.
But Hot Star, okay. Hot Star, you get like the cheap height, right? You got like the fried chicken cutlet. They just basically take the leg or whatever, they just pound it to oblivion, and you get like just, it's fried. It's good, but they put that spicy powder on it, which is very Taiwanese night market taste, right? It's got that that Taiwanese night market flavor. My question is, could the Taiwanese palate handle that really heavy, spicy, flavorful Nashville hot chicken flavor.
I mean, you might have to dial it down on the spiciness.
Well,
but
yeah,
I'm
I would
pretty
dial,
sure,
I would
you
dial
know,
back to cayenne, obviously. Yeah, I think the heat would be. But man, you can. I mean, I can make it like Jay say to chat. I can make it to well, you'll regret it twice.
yes.
You'll regret it right after
Yes.
you eat it, and you'll regret it tomorrow. So,
Yes.
oh,
Yes. Oh man, Ho Ching Young said, if not, do it in Hong Kong. Hong Kong's biggest problem about opening restaurants, you know, as I was friends with a person who kind of works in that kind of industry, who does, uh, her company manages, like restaurant chain,
Hmm.
not restaurant chains, but like her company opens different restaurants, it's like a restaurant group, right? And then the biggest problem about working in Hong Kong, opening restaurants in Hong Kong, is all the different 10,000 regulations you have to go through just for your kitchen. So like for your kitchen, like if you want open flame, you have to have a certain certification, then you have to have a certain ventilation system. But then if your open flame has anything to do with char grilling, then you have to do a different certification for that and a different ventilation system. But then if you want to do like for example, if you want to use smoke, then that's a completely different situation that you got to do, that is devoid of everything we just talked about, and it needs to be a certain amount of space, chimney stack, and you can only do so much. And it was very difficult. Like for example, one of the projects that they wanted to do at one of their high-end steakhouses was to have a butcher storefront for people to buy meats. They shot it down. The Hong Kong government shot it down like that.
So you're going to
because they
sell
said-
the meats out the front, the same meats you use in the back.
Yes, exactly.
Smart play. You can
So-
actually buy
so
a bigger volume.
What the Hong Kong government said, they shut it down immediately because the Hong Kong government said this is a restaurant space. We will not allow the sale of these meats in a restaurant space. But then they cited City Super that they had a cooked section next to their foods, their produce section. And then the Hong Kong government says, yeah, but they classified themselves as a supermarket. And they said, yeah, but then they're cooking inside.
So can we classify ourselves as a supermarket?
And the government
also-
said, nope, you're not allowed. Nope, it's just arbitrary. You're not allowed.
You know what? That's some tax money, bro, right there.
Yeah, that's right.
That's tax money talking.
Yeah. Hey, hey, Carrie, if we give you a little bit more of that lubrication, you know, to go to our next stimulus check,
Yeah.
would you let us do it?
How do you feel about that?
Hey, come on, Carrie.
So yeah, we in chat though. By the way, Jay's like, yeah, I know you're right, man. Like, and Stu said he went to Hottie's U.S. style hot spicy. It's a Hottie's U.S. style spicy chicken place near Sun Yat-sen Memorial Hall the other day after Hua
U.S.
Show.
style.
U.S. style. Although I know over there next to Sun Yat-sen, over there in by where this Hua show is, like the Inner Stuff show that's happened this last weekend here. In that area, there is a place that does like West Coast style, like crab boil, like West Coast / Louisiana
West
style.
Coast
Well,
crab boil?
They're kind of like the crab shacks you would find on the coast, up and
Yeah,
down
yeah,
California
yeah,
coast. And so they take it like kind of the Louisiana style, and they've kind of light it up. It's still legit good. And I'll tell you, this place, 8.5 or 9 out of 10 on U.S. standards, not on Taiwan standards. So,
Okay.
but
Okay.
yep. Let's see. What else? But I'm gonna try this Hottie's U.S. style. I want to see what's up with that. I mean, I guess I could do it. You could do it night market style, but God, who wants to work those hours? I already did. By the way, if you guys didn't know, I did a food truck. I owned a food truck for a while. I did donuts. Like
Can you imagine
I
you
have
doing
done.
BCM stuff
I
in
have
the
done
back and then,
fried food service, legit. Like owned it. So I've been there. Yeah, BCM in the front and donuts and bird in the front, BCM in the back.
Yeah, exactly. You know, you're typing up your emails, you know, telling people about the MOSFET. Turn around like, hey, how many G pie you want?
Yeah, how spicy do you want?
Oh God, that'd be great. That would be worth a video.
The fourth, like we have to like, what would we call the levels? We'd have to call them Mandarin so people understand. Like one would be like weak.
How spicy you want? You want California spicy?
Yeah.
Or you want the Nashville spicy?
You want national spicy, or do you have to do like
You have to call it something fancy, right? Because I feel like in Hong Kong and in Taipei, at least I know for the fact, like, you know, they have to call it something snazzy, something fancy, you know, like this is the Californian heat, like the Los Angeles heat. And then, oh, next one is, you know, Phoenix heat, you know, from Phoenix, Arizona. And then, you know, you have the next one, the next level.
No,
could
no,
be,
no.
You know,
The hottest should be the Phoenix.
oh, right.
The Phoenix, because
Yeah.
like it burns you, and then it's reborn the next day and
Oh, yeah,
burns
yeah,
you
there you go.
again.
Yeah.
And on
How
that
would you
note,
like your heat?
on that
You
note,
know,
we just lost 5
California?
subscribers.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Oh man. Yeah, you have to call it something snazzy.
Yeah.
That makes kind of no sense.
The Phoenix would be the hottest. You have to call it Phoenix heat.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
You're gonna be reborn in the flames. Of the Phoenix.
You'll have like
You'll have,
your scale would go from like California to Phoenix, you know.
yeah. But not Phoenix, Arizona, like Phoenix the bird. Oh my gosh. Wow. Okay. And on that note, let's see if we can move into our first topic before
Our
this
first
conversation
topic
heads
for
down
today.
the wrong path. Wow.
Yes, burritos do have rice in it, Freedom 762.
Yes.
And it's very good.
Yeah.
Very, very good. So today, this week, we wanted to, you know, I was talking to Jono this morning, and you know, the thought kind of came across my mind. I mean, you know, we're in yet another lockdown. Good times. And you know, we kind of try to keep ourselves as positive as possible. If not, like we're not gonna make it through. Like you're just gonna start slowly going crazy. I kind of am, but you know, it's just gonna be a quicker descent downhill. So you know, we want to be able to bring some positivity, and you know, every year is a new year, and seeing that it's January, you know, I figured, you know, what the heck? Why don't we talk about, you know, our vacation wishes for this year, our travel wishes for this year, like where do we want to go for 2022?
Mm.
Yeah,
That would be
so-
definitely it. By the way, I picked up a bad habit. I don't know if you know something like, I don't think you do this in Hong Kong. Is an affirmative.
We go, mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Right. Oh.
right. That's Western, like, right?
Yeah.
But it's like, like,
Is that a Taiwanese thing?
It's a very Taiwanese thing, and it's something I hadn't done except for like the past year. The producers got me switched onto it. It's extremely Taiwanese. So like you'll hear me like, like it's almost like a disapproving, like, it's like a down,
Yeah.
but it's that's a yes. So if you ever hear me go, it's yes.
Yeah. We kind of have something similar here too. It's pretty much the same thing.
Yeah.
We get that here.
Sorry.
And
So back to your topic.
yeah,
Not to
so-
derail on that. I'll totally take us
good.
down the wrong path.
So good. And so, you know, that's kind of what we were thinking for this week's topic. So to kick us off, we're gonna start with Asia and Oceania destinations.
Right. So
So
first
we
off,
don't we
on
don't
the-
have to limit it to a certain number. We're just gonna
No, just
dedicate
throw 'em
this
out
time to talk about like where do we want to go, you know, Asia and Oceania wise.
Well, it won't be Australia, considering they're just voiding visas at this point.
Oh yes, for sure.
Um,
Don't you want to check out their international travel bungalows? Sorry, I couldn't even say that with a straight
yeah, you
face. I couldn't do it.
just put the fake smell. So I like the dream destinations. I don't know. There was a bubble for a while or talk of it here with Taiwan, but obviously things changed. It was going to be New Zealand. Oh my God, it's so much on my bucket list.
Oh man, yeah.
That would be great for me if I was going to pick my first, and that would be more Oceania than anything else. But definitely the New Zealand list. It's the outdoors. Right now it's the wintertime, so it'd be good to get there in the summer, you know, get a change of climate and temperature, kind of warm things up. I think that would just be, and plus, just being a Lord of the Rings geek, would love to go see Hobbit Town, man.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. I would love to do New Zealand, like the you know, like the trek that they did from Hobbiton to Mordor. I find that so fascinating that the country actually put that as an official hiking trail that you can hike. Yeah, that you can hike from
Really?
Hobbiton down to Mordor, like to take the route that they took.
Wow.
I mean, of course, it doesn't take as long as like the book. The book took them like a couple
They
months.
could have just. Why did they just fly? They could have flown.
Well,
All right, never mind. I digress.
That's a story for another day. But yeah, so they have a trail down there that goes through like Hobbiton, and it goes through like the field and the where Sam said I was never further away from home. That part,
yeah. And then the woods, like where the battle takes place with the orcs. Yeah.
Then they go like the Brandywine River where they had the crossing to go to Bree. Yeah, they have that whole section that's actually mapped out. The Athelion, it's all there.
Really?
Yeah.
I want to do this now.
Yeah, I watched this. I watched these two guys do it.
But how far is it? How many kilometers?
Rooster Teeth. I think it's like a couple days, like a hike.
Okay, it's not so bad.
2 or 3 days.
Then you just pack up a few days.
Yeah, 2 or 3 days. Of course, these guys are cutting across people's property, which you should not do. But you could, if you take the trail, I think it's a 2 or 3 day, trek across this.
Actually, it's funny. I think in a lot of the places in the States, you're allowed to access public land through people's property legally. In most states, some states. But yeah, that'd be really interesting. I would love to do that. I think New Zealand, for me, is still on my list of Asian countries. Still have never been to Thailand.
Oh, really?
Want to go.
So one of our old colleagues, the OG
do the beach. I just want to do the beach in
designer.
Thailand. What?
One of the OG, one of my OG colleagues, the OG Red Wolf Airsoft designer, now relocated to Pattaya.
Really? Went to Pattaya?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, he just relocated there.
Just like, that's it, I'm done. I know a lot of guys are doing like their expatting or their early retiring or work commuting, virtual commuting out of Thailand. Because like the cost of living there is just incredibly cheap. And you've got the beach. So you just get like, you live in a beach community, right? You just go like, I mean, I wouldn't do like Bangkok. There's just no freaking, I mean, it's just a huge city. But I would just totally go like on a beach and just like kind of get on the edge of town where there's not many people. Give me a little place. As long as there's Wi-Fi, I'm happy.
Yeah.
Totally happy.
Stu, like did you have a little too much to drink tonight, bro? Like you turning it up tonight. I like it. Right? Whatever you're doing tonight, Stu, I like this. I like this stew. This stew, I like this is spicy stew.
Spicy stew is good stew.
Spicy stew. I like this.
Nelson puts in here, and I think this is the best reach for all of us in Taiwan, Palau. I think that's definitely a winner because there is a travel bubble, or there is. I'm not sure what the status is today between Palau and Taiwan. I think you can still do it, and you can do it sans quarantine. So there's no quarantine issues at all.
Nice.
You go, you come back, and it's interchangeable. So if you want to have like a proper tropical vacation, you can hop on the flight, get over there, go do your thing,
Palau is so
like
beautiful.
5 or 7 days, and just do like the jellyfish and all that stuff, and then come back and not get stuck in 2 weeks of quarantine. So
yeah, that's so cool. Yeah, I would probably say, like, for me, probably I would love to go to Bali. I've been talking this up for a while, with our friends down there in Indonesia, Freedom 762 and his crew down there. Like, I've talked to them for so long about coming down there to do a thing with them. That goes without saying. Bali, man, like, that's so cool. Like, I would love to drive the island. After that, probably New Zealand. You said it, because that was somewhere I would love to go to. If Australia ever goes back to normal, I would love to go to Tasmania.
Yeah, Tasmania. Yeah.
Like, yeah, I would just. Oh, please! Like, Tasmania looks so awesome.
I'd say I love the Australian people. The government.
Oh, same.
There,
Me too.
The government there, man. I don't know what they're thinking. But I don't want to get into politics of another country to live in. But
nope. No. Japan, of course, is the obvious choice. But like,
but we don't want to beat a dead horse.
We talk about this so much, right? Like, I want to go somewhere outside of Japan. I mean, Japan is like, I lovingly refer to it as my second home, because it's so true. I feel so at home there, and I just don't want to continue beating a dead horse. You know? Of course, it's gonna be Japan, 100%.
Yeah, but to me, that's not even like you said. It's almost like home 2.0. It's not really a vacation spot. It's like I feel vacations like, I don't know. I feel comfortable there.
Yeah.
But Stu,
It's
what
a
time's
different feeling going to Japan. Truly, it really
Yeah.
is a different feeling going there.
Stu's asking what time's Misaki on now. I think it's Pacific. Pacific or
Yeah,
Mountain?
it's Pacific.
I think Vegas is Pacific time. It might be
Yeah, I
Mountain.
think it's Pacific. Yeah, Mountain. I think no. I think no. I don't think Las Vegas is in Mountain. Mountain is back in Denver. That's
But
their
Denver,
mountain.
it stretches out. Well, let's find out. Hey Google,
It's that one
what
section.
time is it in Las Vegas right now?
The time in Las Vegas, Nevada, United States, is 6:03 a.m.
It's Pacific, 6:03. It's 4 hours. So
Oh,
there you
yeah.
go.
It's
No,
Pacific.
it's Pacific. It's 6:03, so that's 4
Yeah.
hours. Yeah. According
know,
to Google.
Another place I would love to go back to. I would love to go back to either the Philippines or the Maldives.
I've never been to the Maldives. What
I would
would I do
love
with the
to go back.
Maldives?
You would. Oh man, there's really not a whole lot to do. That's
That's
the
the
thing.
best.
You know,
Just sit down and do
There's-
nothing.
you know,
drink Mai
I would
Tais?
say, here's the funny thing. People say, "Oh, it's the best place to go on your honeymoon." I don't think so, to be honest. You know, especially if you're just getting married. You know, and look, you're gonna spend the rest of your life together, just to hopefully. And when you go to an island in the Maldives, like an island resort, you're gonna be just. Chances are it's just gonna be you and her, and then you're stuck on this island. You're stuck there, right? And beautiful place. Look, the Hilton was amazing, but like, it's just you and her the whole
And the
time,
Hilton,
right? It's you and her and the Hilton and the other guests.
and that's it.
And if the person you're with is not a very sociable person, or just dislikes the thought of you being a sociable person, you're not gonna have a good time. I'm gonna tell you that. So like, I would love to go back to the Maldives, maybe like with a group of friends. Like, I know it's so darn expensive. I mean, Nelson, you're absolutely right. But like, if we can go, if the Maldives was affordable, like Jamaica, it would be absolutely awesome.
Oh, Jamaica. Jamaica's so cool, at the same time also so sketch.
It is. I was about to say the same thing.
Like, Jamaica's cool. Like, I'll tell you this. The only advice I can give you, go to Jamaica. Go to a resort, make it all inclusive, stay on the flippin' resort.
Yeah, or
Don't
stay
leave.
close to it, right?
Take
You're
the
gonna-
tours
Yeah.
from your resort.
Yeah,
Don't
Yeah.
go anywhere else.
yeah. You stay in Montego Bay, stay on the strip of Montego Bay. Like, the furthest you go is Jimmy Buffett's Margaritaville. That's the furthest you go, and you don't go anywhere past that unless you feel very adventurous or you have a local person that you trust taking you with them.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. I did what? Ocho Rios.
Ocho
Oh,
Rios,
yeah.
yeah, that's a good place. Montego Bay, Ocho Rios, this is good.
Yeah.
I don't want to even go down to Kingston. Like, it's just, yeah, you're just asking for trouble. Oh,
I mean, man, I'm not gonna take it. My experience with Jamaica, and it doesn't matter. We're not monetizing the show anyway. I get off the boat because a cruise ship pulls up, right? I get off the boat. And I'm not like, I come off the gangplank. I hang, you come off the gangplank, and here's the pier, right? And I hang a right because that's the land, and it's right there. And you're getting off, and I walk up, and I'm barely off like the small pier, and it widens out like to the next section. And it's like the first guy's like, "Hey man, how you doing? You want some weed? You want some blow? I got it all for you, man." I'm like, dude, I haven't got 5 steps off the boat, and you're already trying to sell me stuff. It's like,
Yeah,
what
that's
the
right.
heck, man?
That's right. That's right, man.
I'm
That's
like,
right. I
wow.
come out of the airport. It was the same thing. Come out of the airport. They go, "Hey, wagwan, brother." Literally goes somewhere. He picks us up. How about this? $5. $5.
You're like,
you
put
know,
that
from
away,
Jamaica.
man.
I'm like, bro, what the hell? You
You
picked
can't
it
have
up
that
over
out.
there. You picked it up over there. He's like, "Oh, all right, bro, you got me." Maybe next time. I was like, maybe next time. You almost got me. Next time.
Almost.
Almost. I saw you.
Oh,
God,
jeez.
I love, like, great people though. Gotta hand it.
Yeah.
Fantastic people.
Amazing coffee,
Amazing
by the way.
food.
Amazing
Oh,
coffee, amazing food.
Oh yeah.
For those that don't think Jamaican Blue Mountain coffee is not a thing, it's a thing.
is a thing.
It's on a different level, and then they like what they do is they take it, and when they make it there, they make it like crazy strong, and then they put like kind of Vietnamese coffee ish. They do the sweetened condensed milk into it, so very Vietnamese coffee style. They'll add that sweetened condensed milk into it. Oh, God, it's like the nectar of the gods. You'll drink
is.
it, you'll start smelling colors and seeing sounds because you're so hyper caffeinated. But it is the absolute best cup of coffee you've ever had in your life.
Yeah, it's really good. It's really, really good. And then like some places, I know that there is a really nice kind of ritzy shopping center nearby Montego Bay that they had an outdoor cigar lounge slash coffee place. And then when you sit down, you have a cigar, and the obligatory, they'll ask you like the coffee's basically on the house. You want like Blue Mountain or just whatever else. You get your Blue Mountain. It'll come in an espresso shot, right?
Yeah, these are small.
And
By the way, you never
you
get
just
more
sip
than
this.
like this. You don't get like a Starbucks venti.
Don't take this down in one go, man. You'll be in a world of hurt. They'll kind of judge based on your cigar how much they'll give you. So if you got like a standard cigar that you maybe smoke in like an hour or like 30 minutes, 45 minutes, they'll give you a standard espresso shot, probably fill it to the top, right? And you just sip this. And even if it cools down, you sip it, and it's just the aromas open
So
up,
good.
and it's so good that cup of coffee, you just sniff it and it smells good. It goes good through your cigar. So that's definitely. I know we've already wandered to the Caribbean. I'm just
Yeah, we already left Asia and went to North America, the Americas.
Well,
But, I
then
mean, for
let's
real, though,
keep
legit-
it going with the
legit,
Americas.
Like, I'm telling you right now, I can actually almost taste. Like, I can literally, in my mind right now, visualize the first cup I got from this lady in this small little coffee shop. And you're like, did somebody just appear? Handed me the cup and give it to, and I was just like, oh my God, this is like, I still remember that first cup of Jamaican Blue Mountain coffee. Just absolutely.
yeah.
Absolutely great.
So
So,
it is very good.
since we're on to the Americas, Mark,
Yes, sir.
where next? If you're going to go to the Americas this year, if we could, hopefully things will open up. Hopefully things will go. Where else in the Americas?
Right here, Eureka Springs, Arkansas.
Eureka Springs.
Eureka Springs, Arkansas. Well, gotta go home, right? Like, come on. If things open up, like, I find it very hard pressed to find a better, like, or some kind of excuse to tell my mom that I don't swing by somehow, right?
Right. But
So-
you're near the Ozarks, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
We're like an hour away from Branson, Missouri.
okay. Which is, for those that don't know,
Uh,
Branson is known for like country
northwestern
music.
Arkansas. Yeah.
Like, basically what happened was, if you were part of the Country Music Association, it's called the Grand Ole Opry, you signed an agreement with them. You couldn't do your own like show. Like, if you like put on a Vegas show, you couldn't do that in Nashville, Tennessee, which is where the Grand Ole Opry is. So like, if you were a super famous country singer, you just couldn't do that. So they all went to Branson to do their reviews and shows, and it became, I don't know how Branson of all places. It's
I know.
It's in the
Middle of
Ozarks. I mean, it's
nowhere.
beautiful. It's beautiful.
It's
It's
very
literally
beautiful.
in
Yeah.
the middle of nowhere. Became the place to do
Yeah.
your country music shows.
And Branson definitely got some heavy kind of like Nashville vibes too. They
Mm.
got beautiful river walk, an old like a old town, old downtown, like a historic downtown that they have there. A lot of entertainment, music, food, great place. Just like again in the middle of nowhere, lower western corner of Missouri.
Yeah.
But yeah, I love going there. Or alternatively, I may go to Toys R Us for Men, the Bass Pro Shop up in Springfield, Missouri.
Bass
Also
Pro
an
Shop.
hour away.
Like, I'll tell you, some of
Yeah.
the Bass Pro Shops, like the one in Memphis, is in the Pyramid.
Oh yeah, it's the biggest pyramid in the world right now, and it's a Bass Pro Shop.
It's Bass Pro Shop. Yeah. I mean, and I remember when they took it over, because it used to be where the Grizzlies played, right? I think the
Yes.
Grizzlies played
It
there
was
for
like
a while.
it was before they played in the FedEx Forum. They were
Yeah.
in the pyramid.
They were in the pyramid as they were, like moving over. So it's this massive man-made pyramid. It's like silver, right? And when you're driving
Yeah.
through Memphis and you're leaving Memphis, so Memphis is like on the far southwest corner of Tennessee. I'm from Tennessee. Nashville's in the dead center, and there's some other cities. So when you're leaving, you go across the Mississippi River. So there's the bridge there. And as you come into Memphis, or you're leaving, the last thing or the first thing you see is this massive pyramid.
Yeah,
But what
it's
was
a Bass
crazy,
Pro Shop.
when Bass Pro took it over, which by the way is all like hunting, fishing, outdoor stuff. Like, it's all hunting, fishing.
Love
it's like,
it. It's Toys R Us for Men.
But you've never been at, like, this place makes Walmart. This place makes a Costco look small.
Oh yeah,
It dwarfs a Costco by like 2 times. I'd say double. It's like double the size of a Costco.
Like to give you
Easily.
an idea of like some of these like ridiculous sized Bass Pro shops. The one in Springfield, Missouri had a bowling alley in it. It had a shooting range in it. It had a historic firearms and hunting museum on the second floor. And on the ground floor, they had 3 different sections in which one of them sold boats.
Yeah, I've seen that where they have an entire section where they're selling boats.
Yeah.
I'm not talking like I'm gonna row my boat. I'm talking like
No.
a legit
Yeah.
full on 30-foot power boats. Like
Yeah, like a Sunseeker.
yeah,
Okay.
like
like stuff you go wakeboarding in and bigger.
and then they'll have like a whole section of like ATVs and off-road vehicles, and
Yeah.
then they'll have like a couple of these like huge aquariums.
Yeah, and it's throughout the store too. So
Yeah.
like they'll have all this beautiful taxidermy and dioramas that they'll set up throughout the store, and then they will actually have like a river that runs out of the aquarium through the store. Like you can touch the water
And there's fish in
running
it.
through the store. Yeah,
There's
and then
actually legit
in-
fish. Like they're
There's
all in
huge
this. Yeah.
trout inside these
Or
aquariums.
there's channel cats, man. Have you seen some
Oh,
of the
yeah.
families that
They're
put the channel cat in
gigantic.
there?
Yeah.
The channel cat's like 2.5 meters long. Like
Yeah,
longer than
it's-
longer than my arm span.
It is a sight to behold. I mean, you
Mm-hmm.
go into a Bass Pro Shop, it is a sight to behold. Just to be there, the breadth and the size of these places, it's just like wow.
People go there and they'll spend the entire day. They'll go on a Saturday and just
Yeah.
like spend the whole day just
Yeah, yeah.
going through this.
There's
place.
there's so much to do. You can drop your kids off. They have a kids area.
Mhm.
If you're in the historical stuff, again, the one in Springfield is great. My dad helped do all the electrical work on the LED wall that they have in the front. So they have a historical firearms portion of all the muskets and stuff. If that's your thing, you can spend a whole day at the museum area. They have their firearms section. They have their hunting section. They have restaurants in there.
Yeah.
So,
Fudge
like,
shop,
yeah.
usually some kind of fudge
Oh, yeah.
place, like candy.
Oh, the fudge places are so good.
Fudge place is so good.
So good. Yeah. But other than that, another thing that I've been really wanting to do though is I want to drive like that Gulf from New Orleans all the way down to Alabama,
Done
Mobile,
it.
Alabama.
Dude, I did
you know?
I did that. Was it 10? You take 10? It's
Yeah.
Interstate 10 through there, yeah.
Yeah,
It's
right down
I
the Gulf.
did
Oh,
I did that. I
so
drove
amazing.
I was 18. I had my Chevy S, I had my 95 Chevy S10 pickup. I was 18 years old, just graduated high school. Actually, I think I was still 17. I don't think I was 18 yet.
You have a
And
mullet.
because I went down, so my family was vacationing down in Destin. So I drove down to Destin, Florida, which Destin, Panama City, it's like
Yeah.
on the panhandle of Florida. So if you know
Yeah, it's
America,
on
there's
this
Florida.
side, like,
Florida
that
comes up. It's like
here.
Florida's like the, well, I don't want to describe what it is. It's the,
The S long.
it's the S long of,
Yeah. Got you, Stu.
yeah, we're there for you. And there's like a little strip of Florida that comes in as the coast called the Panhandle. Like you hold a pan, and so Destin's there. It's beautiful, white sand beaches, awesome. They have this amazing oyster place there. Like absolutely, oh shuckums. Oh my god, they do these roast oysters.
Oh,
Put
yes.
they put them on like a plastic lunch tray, and they put like all kinds of bacon and cheese, and they put it in their steamer, and they steam it so it just melts, and they just serve it to you on a plastic lunch tray, like you get in a
Oh, those are the
cafeteria.
best.
Oh my god, that place is so good. Anyway, I could go on to food. So I went down there, spent time with my family, like my parents and my sis, and then started heading west. I drove all the way to Austin.
Oh,
So
wow.
I did that. Yeah, I did the push through. So all the way to New Orleans, and I went on to Austin. I went through like the oil fields. So like at night, I actually drove through South Texas. And as you're driving through like inland South Texas, you can see the oil field, the natural gas, the oil
Right,
refineries,
yeah.
and they're like blowing fire at night. It's just the coolest thing. All lit
Mad
up.
Max.
Dude, straight up Mad Max, yeah. Ended up in Austin, spent like a week or two in Austin, and then made the loop back up through DFW, Dallas Fort Worth, Memphis, then back to Nashville, Tennessee. Like I did a full
Oh,
on
that's
circle.
one heck of a drive. That's
At
awesome.
17, I wasn't even 18 years old yet.
Dude. But yeah, that's amazing. Like, there's something like to be said about Gulf oysters. Like they're not the
Mm.
biggest, but there's a sweetness about them
Mm.
that they don't have that. Like I love the brininess, like
Yeah.
the briny Pacific oyster, briny, the European ones. I love it. But the Gulf ones are just not as briny. They're a little bit more on the sweeter
They're
side.
sweeter,
you
yeah.
know?
They're if you're like if you think oysters like punch you too much and you don't like that really pungent hit of oyster, you really should try Gulf oysters. Like you'll be
Yeah,
like,
for
and
sure.
then they're everywhere down there. You can go to these seafood places, and there's actually seafood, like like a seafood monger, like a fishmonger, and they'll have like these were caught, and they'll have like a sign out like this morning we dug them up, you know. And
Yeah.
you can have
And
them.
they're so plentiful that there's still so many shacks out there that will be like, okay, there's like $15 and you can eat them like for like 30 minutes. You just keep going or like whatever.
I'm gonna see if
And,
Shuckums is. Oh, I typed in Shuckums and it typed in Shuckums PCB, so I'm guessing it's still there.
There you go.
4.4 stars, 4,000 plus Google reviews.
Must be
Wow,
a good place.
they built it up. It was a dump. It was a dive bar when I went there. This was back
that's-
95, 90. Actually, the first time I went to Shuckums was 92 or 93.
That's super fancy.
You got to think of this. It's been around that long, right? So if this place has been around for that long, they sell their own cocktail sauce.
Hey, winning recipe.
Let's see. What do we got? Big Mac seafood. They do a lot of fried sea oysters Rockefeller. So it's marketplace plus $3. Market
Yeah.
price, I mean. So they do the homemade Rockefeller sauce, topped with bacon and cheese
Oh.
on the oysters.
Wow.
Steam those suckers. That's the ones I had. I can't believe they still do it. It's just shuckums.com.
Wow.
SHUCKUMS.com. Just Google it, and it's on Panama City.
Yes.
Wow.
You know, and then I think one more place I would like to go is I would like to hit up any of the national parks.
I've done a lot. Not all. I still haven't done Grand Canyon.
Well, I've done Grand Canyon. I know the producer hasn't done any, so
I've done
I want to do at least one or
Yellowstone,
two.
Yellowstone, Tetons, Glacier, Zion, Lassen, Olympic, Smoky Mountains.
What's the one up in Alaska?
I've done that. That's Denali.
Oh, right.
Yeah, Denali. That's I haven't done Denali. I've been to Alaska yet. So I think there's one in Hawaii. I did. Is there one in Hawaii? I don't know. There's one in Hawaii.
Yeah, I think there's one in Hawaii. I think it's the one with the really like the iconic cliff face. That whole
The Jurassic Park one. Yeah.
yeah.
No, but that's
that
private
place.
property actually. The Jurassic Park.
Is
one.
it?
Yeah. Oh, I did Redwoods. I haven't done Sequoia.
Oh yeah, redwoods. Yeah,
I've done Sequoia.
Redwoods,
I
yeah.
did Redwoods. I haven't done Sequoia. Speaking of Jurassic Park, there's actually I did that the valley they shot Jurassic Park in.
Nice.
What else did I do up the PNW? There's a bunch of them in PNW. What's the one in Portland, outside of Portland?
Big Sur? No.
Oh, I've done Big Sur, but I don't think Big Sur is. I think Big Sur is a state.
Yeah.
It's
It's a
not
state park.
Big
It's
Sur is not a
national
national park. If you want to get technical.
Yeah. Oh, the one in Oregon. I'm visualizing it in my head. I know exactly which one you're talking about.
Let's see what I did. I'm gonna look at the top 10. Yellowstone, Yosemite. Oh, Yosemite, I did that.
Yeah,
Glacier.
Yosemite.
I did those three. I have not done Grand Canyon, which is number 4. I did Zion's number 5. This is Teton 6. Did it. Have not done Bryce Canyon, even though I did Arches, which is number 8. Rocky Mountain National Park. I did that one. That's in Colorado.
Yeah.
And you can actually see the hotel they filmed The Shining in if you go there.
Right.
And I haven't done Sequoia. So, Olympic. Oh, Crater Lake. I did that one.
Oh
That's-
yes,
yeah,
Crater,
Crater Lake.
Lake. Yeah.
Acadia. I've done Acadia. I did Mount Rainier. That's it. Mount Rainier. And Big Bend? I haven't done Big Bend National Park. I didn't know that was on there.
Yeah. Big Bend.
I haven't done Big Bend.
Yeah, some
So-
of the national parks, man, definitely want to go. I think my top ones are Yellowstone, Glacier, and Yosemite. That's definitely the three that I really want to take.
Let me give you advice. Yellowstone, it's cool, but you're going to get in a car, you're going to drive, you're going to go see the cool stuff, and you're going to be done. Like, to be honest, Yellowstone is a driving park, and
Yeah.
there's some really, really, really amazing things to see there. But I think the overall experience is not, it's more like tourist attraction versus national park.
Right. Well, yeah, that's true. I mean, Yellowstone's also really kind of, I hate to say overplayed, but it is kind of overplayed.
But it's
know?
cool, man. You don't get to see like these glowing, crazy, multicolored
True.
pools of,
Yeah.
like you're in a super volcano that
Yeah.
could.
I also
pop
want to
it.
go and see the wildlife with her too. You know, like just kind of take her out and say, look, that's a real American bison.
Yeah, and don't get near them. People get killed all the time with those things. So yeah, the bison are real, and you don't realize how big they are until you see them in person.
Yeah.
And then when you drive, because you go there and you can go right into Teton because they touch each other, right? They're connected. The moose up there, oh man, I saw a bull moose. I swear to goodness, its shoulder, the top of its shoulder had to be taller than me, and I'm like 181 centimeters, it's like 6 feet. It's like that was the shoulder, not the head. This thing's a monster. That would be one. Like I would say, you can knock both those out. You get, and it's so weird because they touch. You
Yeah.
would feel like they look the same, but there's so like a massive difference between the two places. So between Teton and that. So,
Yeah, nice. Yeah.
but if
They're
you did
definitely
Teton,
there.
if you do that, you could always you've got that, and then you've got what's the city up there? Well, you stay in. If you go to Teton, you're going to stay between Yellowstone and Teton. So I did Yellowstone. I stayed at West Yellowstone, and it's a small town. There's an amazing French pastry bakery shop there in West Yellowstone. So if you're going to go and stay, you can stay in the park. But if you stay in West Yellowstone, oh my God, that French bakery there is like epic. What is the place? Grand Teton. What am I thinking of? The city that's right there. I mean, zoom out. Like, man, my geography's failing me, bro.
Which state are we looking at?
What? So, it's Teton. Yellowstone's north of Grand Teton. I think Bozeman, Montana. I want to go down, so I want to go south. So we actually start.
We're doing Idaho. No, Idaho's too far west. Wyoming's too Wyoming. No.
Yeah, no,
Wyoming's
you're
still
gonna
too
be.
far
No,
west.
you're gonna be. No. You'll be in Wyoming because both are in Wyoming. West Yellowstone crosses you into Idaho. I believe it or not, West Yellowstone's actually technically Idaho. But everything's in Wyoming, so it's
So that would be like what, Jackson?
Jackson. Thank you, Jackson
Yeah.
Hole. Yeah,
Yeah, Jackson Hole.
thank you. Amazing town. Oh my gosh, dude, go to Jackson. Freaking A. Like if you guys haven't gone, so that would
Oh,
be.
yeah.
I would.
The
I would,
photos of Jackson, oh my God, it's
I
like
would legit go back to
Wow.
Jackson if you said, "Hey, let's go to Jackson." But let's go. I mean, I wouldn't even hesitate. I wouldn't blink. I wouldn't sputter. You need to go to Glacier though, man. Like
Yeah.
by and far, Glacier National Park is absolutely
yeah,
top.
that's one of the top ones for sure. Like Glacier is definitely one of the top ones. Yeah, Jackson. Jackson is like like the steampunk aesthetic. Is like if there's such thing called a cowboy punk, that would be Jackson.
Yeah, it's
Modern cowboy punk aesthetic. That is Jackson, Wyoming.
Jackson is straight up cowboy.
Yeah, it's a modern. It's super cool. It's a beautiful city.
Yeah.
Okay, outside the United States,
All right. Outside the U.S.,
you go first.
In North America, or in
The
Americas, or anywhere.
Americas.
Iceland.
Iceland.
If we're gonna go to EU, I'm gonna break us off into there. Iceland.
Okay, straight up in the EU. Okay.
We're gonna if we're gonna move out. If we're gonna move out, like I mean, seriously, we talk about South America. I want to do Chile, Argentina, both.
Right. Okay.
Like
cool.
in a second. Like that is
Yeah.
like a no brainer for me. I want to do the Patagonia area.
Yeah, same thing. Chile, Argentina, 100%. Me too.
Done. Wine country that we talked about in the show before. But moving further east to EU, I would say for sure Iceland's on my list right now. I think obviously not this time of year, way too cold, but for sure. What about you?
Me, I would like to do a drive down from the Alps. Probably start somewhere in Austria.
Okay.
Hit the Austrian Alps. So if you look at Austria, then you have Switzerland, and then Italy. So I want to do Austria into Switzerland, down to the Italian Alps, and drive south. Probably stay either down that area, or alternatively, super cliche, I want to do the Amalfi Coast.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I want to do it.
It's not
Just
cliche if it's
Bite the bullet, rent the drop top convertible sports car, and
you get a convertible
pull-
Alpha and just drive through.
Oh no, I was thinking about doing something really sacrilege and just driving a German car down there. Just drive a BMW.
You're gonna drive a BMW. Like, get an Alfa Romeo or something, man. Come on. Jeez.
Or I could be really, really sacrilege and just drive like a drop top Mustang, you know, just because I can.
By the way, I see a few Mustangs here, surprisingly.
Yeah, I love seeing it, and I always remind myself, hey, I'm a Dodge guy.
Yeah. When are they going to make it a convertible Challenger?
I don't know, man. I mean, they might as well. They're gonna have an EV, so they might as well make a convertible.
Yep.
Oh man, Stockholm is very enjoyable. Yeah, oh man, I loved Sweden. Every moment that I was in Sweden, I love that country. It's such an amazing place. Like the people are so good, and I love I love how Sweden is such a country of contrast that, you know, when you look at it from the outside, they're these very tame and polite and IKEA and Nordic and, you know, modern Scandinavian people. But the moment you leave Stockholm, they're a bunch of crazy Vikings, man. Like they're not what you think they are. They're nuts, and I love them. God, I went to this random house party in the middle of Dalarna, Sweden. This is like the most historically traditional part of Sweden. This is like central Sweden. This is like redneck Sweden. I walk into this house party. There's a guy there taking 3 shots, looked at me with a "Make America Great Again" hat. And I'm like, what?
Like, wait.
Where
like,
am I?
Hang on. Where am I?
Yeah, I'm like, what? I was so blown away. And yeah, like God, I love those people. They're just incredible people.
All right, now I want to go.
Sweden.
I just want to go because, like, I want to see what you saw.
Hoot, man. They're a hoot, man. Like, you just drive. Like, look, I got the hookups. I just call my boy Kevin. He'll come and pick us up in his Porsche, and then we can go.
Oh, but Porsche, the back seat sucks, man.
Well, he drives a Macan, so we're good.
Oh, we're okay. Good. All right.
Yeah,
Let's say, wait a minute. It's like a 969, 996. What's like? I was like, what are you talking about? Like, you know,
Yeah,
GT4. Like, there's no
but-
back seat.
Yeah, when he became single several years ago, first thing he did was he bought himself a Porsche and a Rolex.
That's cliche, but not cliche.
God, I love this. I love that guy. He's
What, a
wow.
McCann or a
A
Panamera?
McCann and then a Rolex. I'm like, all right.
Nothing wrong with that. Oh,
Oh man,
getting to the end of
EU.
the tiger here.
What other places in the good old
The
Union
problem is I've
of
not
Europe?
spent a lot of time in EU. That's the big thing. So to the best of my knowledge, my lineage is British, German, Austrian.
Mhm.
So that's kind of my Heinz 57, the primary mix of my European ancestry.
Right.
So I've been in Germany, never been to Austria. Oh, I'm sorry,
Must
and
see.
Dutch. I left out
Beautiful.
Dutch. Sorry, so I'm Dutch too. So German, Austrian, Dutch, British, and with the heavy. Well, my family name's Higgs, so it's British. That's obviously that side. But the other side, it's they're the German and Dutch side is pretty German, Dutch, Austrian, and that side comes from the Vandiver side, which is pretty much a blend, flip a coin if you're talking about any of those 3 countries. That name fits
Right.
pretty well. So between those 2 sides, you've kind of got my lineage. I kind of want to hit the, like kind of my, where I came from. I kind of want to do that. That's something on my checklist.
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, like the Netherlands is beautiful. I would love to go. I mean, I never got an opportunity.
I've only seen the airport. Like the most I've seen of Amsterdam is
I've
the
been
airport.
to the airport. Yeah.
And the worst part is Misaki and I had a plan. I had a plan. Like, so it's Iwa, before Iwa got canceled, the European show we do every year for our business. I had planned after Iwa, I was actually gonna do Amsterdam, and I had like literally museums plotted out and where I was gonna eat. I'd picked out restaurants. I mean, I had my Amsterdam. I had like a couple days there. He and I were gonna catch up in Paris. Like we were gonna actually meet up in Paris, and then he and I were gonna like head on from Paris.
So
up.
romantic.
I know, right? But it just happened to be we could connect through there, and then head up to. Hey, we're not talking. Head up to.
Hey, I don't judge.
Head up to Scotland. We're gonna go to London, and then go into Scotland to see Scott. But we're gonna catch the flight out of Charles de Gaulle,
Yeah.
But I was gonna go spend some time in Amsterdam as well, and that was something I was like on my list. I was like, I want to do this, and then I was gonna do Amsterdam, and then I'd go to Warklop, Poland to go see the guys at Gunfire, and then I was gonna come back. The only flight I could get was into Paris, and he was actually connecting through at the same time, so that's where we were gonna match for an overnight, and then he and I were gonna pop at the same time. Basically, we are timing the same flight up to London to go to. I
Right.
think it was we weren't Heathrow. We were the one. What's the one up north of London? I forget. Anyway,
Oh, the other one,
Yeah.
the redheaded stepchild.
yeah, the Red Stepchild Airport, not Heathrow, but another
Yeah,
one.
not Heathrow, the
Go up
other one.
there, and then we're gonna come down to London, crash for like a day or two. We're gonna stay at like go visit the Bond Museum, James Bond
Right.
Museum, and stuff like that. Like just totally do like cliche British shit, and then head
Oh,
on
Luton.
Luton. The
That definitely sounds like a redheaded stepchild.
Luton, is that the one? Yeah, I don't know which one was. Yeah, that was the one I was heading to, and then we're gonna fly into Edinburgh.
Stansted.
Stansted, yes, yeah, that's the one. Stansted. I was like, Luton doesn't sound familiar. Stansted is it? Yes, kind of northeast of London. But yeah,
Yep.
so that's it. Yeah, because I've never
Yeah.
been to the UK. See, my producer, she got one of her degrees in the UK, Southampton, down on the southern end. So
Oh, fancy.
yeah, fancy. So, but me, never been. So
Yeah.
it's part of my, I don't know. It's like it's
I
American.
feel
You know,
you.
American.
Part
We're
of
just
the
like a
heritage. Yeah,
we're just
yeah.
like a Heinz 57 blend of all kinds of.
We are.
Whatever.
We are. Yeah, I have some. I believe it or not, I have some family on my Chinese side in London and in Amsterdam. Well, Amsterdam and Rotterdam.
Rotterdam.
So
okay.
yeah, so I have like family over there. On the Caucasian side, it's Dutch.
All Dutch.
Dutch. Yeah, my dad is. My dad immigrated over from when he was 7, actually.
Oh wow.
Oh yeah. So he still has old photos of like the old country. My grandma, after grandma and grandpa split, grandma moved back to Holland
Oh wow.
for like 10 years, and now she moved back. Now she lives in Portland with my aunt.
Okay.
Yeah. So she lived in Orange County, sold the house, moved back to Holland. Couldn't stand Holland. Moved to Portland.
Yeah, like my family, my dad's side, like we came over in like the 1700s, so it kind of it goes way back. So,
Oh, we were more recent. Sorry.
yeah. This like we
were
like it's
way
funny.
more recent.
My mom's side not so much. We go back like I got traced back to like 5 or 6 generations, but like my father's side, like I can trace it back like hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of years. It's crazy. And we have like all the like photographs and like lithographs of family. Like it's crazy like how far back the Higgs clan is traced.
Cool.
So
Very, very cool.
yeah,
Now-
Stu, Southampton's like a top 100 university. I'm pretty sure.
Really?
I'm pretty sure.
Well, I don't know.
Pretty sure
It
Southampton's like a top
sounded
one.
very fancy.
Southampton's like one of the top. Top. It's like it's a top 100.
I don't know, because every time you think of, the Hamptons, is
Oh, the Hamptons.
Yes.
You're thinking of the Hamptons in America.
Darling, we're going
That's
to
where the
Hamptons.
American royalty
Oh,
live. Yeah, they're the Hamptons.
The Hamptons. We're gonna go to the Hamptons for the weekend.
Yeah.
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 Yeah, geez. Producer, may I have one more, please?
Oh. Excuse me, sir. May I have another? Can we have another
Thank-
bowl of porridge?
Thank you, producer.
So.
Don't kick the table. The table cocked. If you guys haven't realized that, it was the producer doing her hair.
Oh yeah, I noticed the table shook a little bit. She like.
Yeah, it's okay. It's happens to the best of us.
Yeah. Hey, we're not a fancy podcast here, right? I mean,
We're not
like,
a fancy
literally, I've got
podcast.
my
Hey.
house behind me. I mean, got like my Christmas poinsettia still here. Like that's
It's okay.
That's like
I
my
got my shaker
like
cup
literally
here.
those are my watches. That's my cologne shelf right there. If you guys ever
Yeah.
noticed, I've ever wondered what's back there in blurry. That's my severe addiction to cologne. I have too many.
It's okay.
So
I have a stash inside as well.
yeah.
I have a stash inside. Just to let you know, Stu, the producer's foot is doing much better. She doesn't have to use the air cast anymore. Gone through a couple rounds of physiotherapy. The fractured bones are healed up, and she's just kind of taking it easy, kind of relearning how to use those muscles and stuff like that, and on the road to recovery.
Awesome. That is good to hear.
Yeah, it's very good to hear.
That's
I think one thing that we haven't really talked about during our travels, I know we touched upon it on so many different locations. What is the food specifically? Something, maybe one, let's maybe do one or two that you really would like to go back and have. I know that's why I said we touched on so many, but if you had to really pick, because when I looked at our list one more time, I immediately grabbed one thing. At least for drinks, I grabbed one thing.
What?
Mead.
You know what? I've only had the mead once in my life.
Oh.
Only once.
At this I had mead at this middle age, medieval Viking bar in Stockholm, and we had to drink it out of a horn, and it is so good. It is this honey, sweet. It'll mess you up, man. It'll mess you up. They had mead white wine. They had like mead beer, and then they had just straight up mead, and it's just, oh my god, it's so good. But yeah, mead, man, some good mead, 100%.
For me, jeez, man. Food. Let's see. Food, drink. God, drinks, I couldn't tell. All right, to be honest, drinks. I miss a good horchata.
Mm-hmm.
I would say that.
Explain to everybody what that is.
Horchata it's a Mexican drink. It's a rice milk. So it's made from like pulverized rice, and they add like spices like cinnamon and things like that to it. You can get it at some Mexican, even here I think you can find like a place or two that carries it, but it's not quite the same as getting it like from a proper Mexican restaurant. I would say like for me, like the food, if I miss proper food and drink, I would say like proper like true Mexican like tacos, like lingua tacos, like your tongue, like beef tongue. That's what it's made from. Like true proper like Mexican tacos with like just some meat, whether it's like barbacoa, which is like a beef, or like lechon, which is like a pork, spiced pork. Oh my god, no, good, like awesome lechon. Or like the lingua, which is the beef tongue, which is usually spiced. It's super tender. It's a little crispy on the outside, usually fried up. It's not like fatty, but it's like a weird. Think of I hate to say it, like tongue texture. Like some people freak out when they hear like tongue, but it's like got that little squish to it, and it's just like it's so soft. It's it should be fatty, but it's not.
Yep.
And,
totally get it.
It's like, and they usually just spice it just right, and then they'll typically put like onions and cilantro on it. So you get like chopped white onion, cilantro like really fine, and then they'll have like usually some kind of taco sauce. Usually you have like two sauces. You'll have like a green and then either a red or an orange. Sometimes, like depending on what they do. Yeah. And both are equally just awesome. And you get it in a corn tortilla. Sometimes they put a double tortilla, like the double corn tortillas, and they're homemade corn tortillas. And they're just so simple and so good.
Mm-hmm.
That horchata, or maybe some kind of Mexican beer like Dos Equis or Modelo or something like that with like a lime jammed in it. Oh, so good.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
I'd say that's what I miss the most.
Yeah, I think food-wise, for me, I probably have to agree with you, Stu. Like kind of Munich kind of style food. Actually, like kind of more like mountainy, kind of alpine food in general. Like I had a bunch of that as well when I was in Salzburg, down in Austria. Real nice, kind of like a lumpy mashed potato with cheese on it. Nice, big, thick sausage. A beer, potato dumpling, or like some kind of roasted meat. It's just something hearty like that. That's so rustic and homey. Like I miss it. I miss that kind of stuff. And that's when I was watching this program about the Alps the other day. And that's like I can't like that's the one thing I really miss about that kind of southern Germany area was the food. It looks so simple on the surface, and then you go have it, and it's just it's so good.
Well, it's usually the most simple things. Like you and I both said the same thing. Like the taco is like 3 ingredients, like a meat,
Yeah.
onion, and like cilantro, and you get a lime to squeeze on. Like it's 4 ingredients. That's it. And yours is like just stewed meat, potato, some kind of potato with
Yeah.
starch, and
Yep.
that's like you only have like 2
Nice
or 3 or
bread
4
or the
ingredients.
sausage,
Yeah, the
oh, so
sausage.
good.
But it's just sometimes those really simple, like what we would say from the South, soul food.
Mm-hmm.
It's absolutely soul food. It's food that feeds your soul. It's where
That's right.
the saying comes from. And
That's right.
I think that's what always brings you home.
Yep, for sure. And with that, I think we should check and see what chat is up to.
Well, chat, we've actually been staying on top of it.
I think so. I think so. You want to just double check and see what we got? I know I probably missed a couple. That's
Missed
for
a few,
sure.
I'm sure.
Yeah, probably definitely.
Much
missed a
about
few.
coffee and items of ill repute. Ho Chi Young wants to go to Hawaii. Oh my god.
Oh yeah,
Dude, Hawaii, I'm gonna tell you right now. I was telling producer the other day. Hawaii is like you took 33% America and 60% Asia, and you just went here.
There.
This is it. It's
Yeah.
really that. It is the most Asian American state you'll ever walk. You'll be like, when you land off the plane, you start going through the city, you start seeing the architecture, you start seeing everything, and you're like, are we in America?
You're
Or
like, woo,
are we
Okinawa.
Are we in Okinawa? I mean, like, where are we? Like, you really will not, like, if you've ever been to mainland U.S. proper, and you go to Hawaii, you're like, I don't think we're in America.
Hun, we're not in Kansas anymore.
Yeah, we ain't in Kansas no more. But that said, holy crud, man, their food. Guava. There's a place near my buddy's shop, Mojo Tactical, Dave DeHata, man. By the way, if you ever Tactical Foodie is his IG handle. If you are not following Tactical Foodie, this guy, he's all over the world, like literally all over the world, and he has some of the best food. Tactical Foodie is it. Right near his shop, super close to his shop. He has like a tactical store there in Hawaii, in Honolulu. And
Great patches too, by the way. This
Yeah.
guy,
killer patches. I mean, from a guy who does
Killer.
patches, his patches are fire.
killer.
He has like this place called, he's like, hey man, you want something? He's like, go to this place called Guava Smoked. I'm like, huh? He's like, Guava Smoked. They take guava wood, the wood from a guava tree, and they smoke the pork. And it's just like
Oh,
the flavor you get from, I'm like, I've never had guava wood smoked. I mean, you think of like American barbecues, like everything's
Ooh.
smoked. And he did that. Like, it's like this pulled pork with all this, and it's like that, the smoke flavor. And it's like this, you don't know it. Like, there's a little bit of guava flavor in it. And then there's
Right.
like that Hawaiian rice they give you. Oh my God, that rice. Oh, it's so good. If you like Asian style food, Hawaiian food is like, it's here. It's so
Yeah.
here. I
Yeah.
mean, like, so there.
yeah, I believe it. I believe it. Ho Ching Young does want to ask us though. Quick question: steak preferences, both cut and how well it should cook.
Steak preferences?
Yeah, steak preferences.
Depends on the mood.
Like I don't want to be super basic, but oh well, I'm gonna do a porterhouse or what's another one? Tenderloin.
Dude,
You know,
I'm gonna tell you, man, a good like ribeye with some age on it, dry aged ribeye.
Yeah,
Oh my
dry-aged
God, you
ribeye,
cook it,
yeah.
and that just because it's got the fat marbled all in it, and then
Mm.
it just gets like slightly greasy. And if you dry age it, it makes it tender. So then you're like,
Got the nuttiness to it
Yeah,
too.
oh,
You dry
yeah.
age it.
Yeah,
That's
it's got
so
that-
important.
yeah, it's like I guess you're right.
It's
The nuttiness.
It's that dry aged. I don't know
Yeah.
how to explain it.
It's like a
that
richness,
nuttiness.
that umami, that nuttiness, yeah. And if you age it just long enough, you can take a fork and just push right through it.
Oh yeah.
Oh my God! And
Yeah,
the
we had
fat
that.
is usually
We had that for
all-
New Year's.
Oh my
Yeah.
God! That tomahawk.
Yeah,
If you want to go
tomahawk's
hardcore,
always good. Yeah.
Oh my God!
You know what I really find that's kind of fallen out of favor a little bit here, at least, the T-bone.
I love a T-bone. It's New York strip
I love
tenderloin.
I love a T-bone too, but it's kind of fallen out of flavor here.
Well, I think
Favor, not
so.
flavor.
If you don't know what a T-bone is, for those of you who don't know, like a lot of like the American or Western style beef cuts. So the bone is like literally a T, and on this side you have a smaller piece of meat, and it's your tenderloin, like that really expensive, like what you get, like super tender, like no fat at all on it. And on this side you get like a New York strip. So you got like a New York strip and tenderloins all in one steak.
And the bone kind of just separates it.
It's so good.
Yeah. So like I would say strip loin, sirloin, those are all pretty good safe choices.
I do ribeye for me.
Yeah.
If I'm gonna get me to pick one steak, because the flavor you get out of a ribeye for
if I
me
had
is
to
just
pick one, yeah, that's for sure. I would go for a ribeye too. How I like my steak, just to be safe, I always go medium rare.
yeah, same.
If it's a really nice place, really nice steakhouse, I'll go rare.
Yeah.
Producer will eat it still with the cow still talking. I mean, it was still mooing. I mean, like, serve it with the blood, everything. Just
I've had sushi that's still moving.
yeah. I hate. Producer loves her meat. Carnivore, 100%.
I did it at Bobby Flay's restaurant in Vegas. It's not the same one anymore. Forget which one it was. This is a signature one. God, what was that? Anyway, he did these pork lollipops, he called them.
Right.
And they were served, and he's like, and it said in the menu, it's like, these are served pork, medium rare. And I ate them, and they were so freaking good.
Oh, I believe it. Like I've had some very good pork where it was slightly still pink in the middle.
Oh,
Excellent.
This wasn't even slight. This was like seared on the outside, white, pink, light pink, translucent in the middle.
Raw.
Not raw, but darn close, like on the edge. And
I know
they
what that
warned you.
is.
They're like, "Are you like we don't want you to freak out. You don't get to send this back to the kitchen. This is how we cook it. Are you sure?" I'm like, "Yeah, I bring it." 'Cause, I mean, it's Bobby Flay. Like, if you guys watch food TV, like this guy's one of these celebrity chef dudes. I'm like, I'll look if I'm here in Vegas and I'm at this restaurant, I know it's gonna be.
I'm gonna eat it.
Yeah,
okay?
I'm gonna eat it. Right, bring it. And it was so good, but never in a million years at home because I trust. Like, I'm sure he's bringing in like really good pork, just like the raw chicken we have in Misaki. Oh my gosh. But that said, like I would never trust that raw pork at home. I would never cook that meal.
Right. Yeah. I would say that, like, if I go to a nice steakhouse, I do that. Certain places, like, or certain types of beef, I know that you can actually freeze Kobe because the quality is so good. You can freeze it, shave it, and then eat it raw.
Like beef tartare, right?
Yeah.
I mean, that's raw.
Yeah, freeze it, shave it, eat it raw. I would do that. If it's prepared right, I love steak tartare. I love, the stuff you get at the Korean restaurants, where they have like the minced beef and then the egg yolk, and they mix it
Oh yes.
with the onions.
What is that
That's so
called?
good. I don't know what that is, but that.
Yes.
Yeah. So I have a pretty wide gamut on how I will willingly eat.
I think
beef.
you and I are on the more, especially for people that have roots of sorts in America.
Yeah.
Which I would say Americans, by and large, are not the most adventurous eaters.
No, sadly not.
You and I are definitely on the high end of the spectrum of adventurous eaters.
Oh yeah, like as long as if you say it's edible, I'll eat it.
Yeah, I'm like, I'll
It's
try. I'll try. If I don't like it, I'll be like,
Yeah.
Not my thing. But I'll give it a shot.
I will put it in my mouth and
Yeah.
I will swallow it, and that's the caption for this week's episode.
I'll put it in my mouth. Can I change the title of the episode? Hopped Up Live Stream
I should
episode
do this too.
26. I'll put it in my mouth and I'll swallow it.
That's right. Hey, it is what it is.
Hashtag demonetized.
Demonetized.
Why did YouTube list this 18 and up only? I don't understand. I don't know why.
Oh no, we were talking about food.
I
I
was
swear.
the whole time.
I swear. Yeah, Stu was saying wave it at the fire and put it on my plate. No,
No.
Stu, I'm telling you, like, man, the producer just breathe on it a little bit and just bring it to
Yeah.
her.
No, you
That's
take the
all it
steak
is.
out, you look at the fire, you look
Yeah.
at the steak, and then you serve it to her.
Expose it to a lighter and
Yeah.
then just serve it. Dab the
Here,
blood
yours.
dry and then just like it's done. You know, that's how she likes it. Yeah, very, very raw.
Oh my God. By the way, if you ever go to Glacier National Park,
Yes.
there are grocery stores there in that part of Montana that will literally have a section, their meat section. This is like, we're going to wrap this, like going full circle back around before we wrap up. You walk to their beef section and they have each area is like vertical. And it's like, this vertical is from this ranch. And it's every cut from that ranch. And it's like, and then like, and this is the age, and this is aged longer, and it's just sitting in the case, and it's aged, and it's unbelievably cheap comparative to what you would pay in a major city. And you're like, oh my gosh, like, and you can ask them like, hey, so which ranch has the best beef right now? And like the butcher will be like, okay, well this ranch has this, and the like, it's like a sommelier, but for beef, and they will explain to you the flavor palette of the beef. And I'm not exaggerating. I walked into a grocery store there, and literally in the beef section, I was like, what is this? What is this witchcraft? Like verticals, there's like 5 or 6 ranches represented there in the grocery store of like their beefs. And they're like, well, these guys are known for the ribeyes, but these guys, if you like porterhouse, this is where you want to be. And if you want tenderloin, this is definitely the ranch you want to buy from. It's amazing.
Wow.
And they do. The butchers there, they know their stuff like so well. They're like, oh, this is why. And like, they'll pick one out for you. You'll pay way less than you think you should. And you'll have probably the best, just cook it yourself, the best steak experience you ever had in your life. So,
Oh yeah.
dude.
Oh yeah.
Glacier National Park, amigo. Bozeman, actually just Bozeman, Montana. Just go to Bozeman. That's where it is.
Yeah. Yeah, Montana. Montana itself, beautiful state. What a beautiful, beautiful place. Whew. Well,
I
with that said,
have a T-shirt, by the way,
Oh,
though,
go ahead.
before you wrap. I have a T-shirt. It's actually the state of Montana. It says, shh, nothing to see here.
I'll
I'll wear it next show. I'll wear it next show for you guys.
Okay, perfect, perfect.
anyway.
Okay, all
So
right.
I'll let you outro.
Well, anyways, we're gonna wrap it up there for this week's topic. Next week, we're gonna be talking about Chinese New Year's, and we haven't done a food episode in a while, so we're gonna do Chinese New Year's food.
Yes.
Yeah,
I'm
so
gonna
we're
pick
gonna-
up some of the gift boxes. I'm gonna grab a gift,
Yeah.
like all the convenience stores here do like these like Chinese New Year gift box things. So I'll grab some stuff like that, traditional gifts, traditional food. I know you'll do the same.
Yeah, I'll probably hit up some turnip cake and some of the traditional sweets and snacks that you get over here, and so I'll probably do that. So definitely
wait,
a food
like
episode,
Lobogao?
show and tell.
Lobo Gao?
Yeah.
Oh,
Lobogao, yeah.
Oh my gosh, so good.
It's everywhere right now. So like, and it's gonna be really cheap because people overdid it because of Chinese New Year's. And
Yeah.
the government just came.
Yeah, the
in
government
here,
just
came in like a wrecking ball.
yeah. Thanks, Miley.
It's not Miley riding the wrecking ball. It's Carrie Lamb.
Man, and on that at
On
this
that note.
moment, Mark realized that's how he got deported.
I don't know. It might be a good thing.
When
Hey,
Mark
well, I'm just saying.
or when Mark disappears to the mainland and we never see him again.
Oh
So.
man. Oh, good
Yep.
God.
Yep.
Anyways,
Anto.
with that said,
Thank you, brother. Red envelopes,
Yeah.
yeah. Red envelopes full of cash. Just make sure don't put it with anything with a number 4 in it.
yeah, that's right. And I remember the whole Taiwanese thing. If you see one at night, don't pick it up.
Oh God, no.
You could get you might get married to a ghost bride. But,
Yes.
go back to that episode.
Yes.
watch
Go
that.
back to the Ghost Bride episode. Yes. That's worth a rewatch.
Craziness. Yeah.
Absolutely.
So with that said, guys, we'll see you next week. Talk about Chinese New Year's. It's gonna be fun. Another food episode.
Yes.
And
Food show and tell. We'll have it on the
food
channel.
show and
We'll have it on
tell.
the show.
That's right. Anything else you want to add, John?
Oh man, I'm totally good. I just gotta say until next week.
Yeah. Keep it hopped up, everybody.
Stay hopped up, everybody.
Bye.